Welcome to Life Journey. I'm your host, Theophilus McPherson, and a message for you today by saying God does not hear sinners. Yes, God does not hear sinner. If you are a sinner and you're indulging in sin, God will not hear you. That means if you're a homosexual, if you are a lesbian, glory to God, God would not hear you. If you are a murderer and you're still murdering people, God will not hear you. If you are a thief, yes, if you are a thief, you're stealing, you go in a grocery store and steal things, God will not hear you. Yes, if you are a gossiper and you're constantly gossiping, God will not hear you. I'm just talking about sin, my friend. If you are a cold-blooded sinner, if you're indulging in things that you know is wrong, God will not hear you. And I'm making this video by saying that you can't play with God. God ain't no play toy. God took the children of Israel into Babylon. God took, glory to God, them into slavery because of their sin, because of activity of their sin. The Bible, my friend, make it plain that if you are a sinner, if you're indulging in sin, you know it's wrong and keep on doing. The Bible say, he that know to do good and do it not is a sin. You know this man is married and you have a affair with this man. You know this woman is married and you have a affair with this woman. My friend, God does not hear sinner. Hear me out. But there's a clause there. There's a clause. If you are a sinner, God won't hear you. But if you, hallelujah, do his will and worship him, he will hear you. That means that if you make up your mind, you're going to take the time and say, Lord, enough is enough, and I'm going to do your will. I'm going to worship you. I'm going to obey you. Hallelujah, my friend. I'm going to give my life to you to be righteous, oh God. Because the Bible say, go to God, that he that without sin cast the first stone. But I'm telling people, if you are a sinner, you're a cold-blooded sinner. You know it's wrong to commit sin. You know it's wrong to do these things, my friend. God will not hear you. But if you obey his will, if you do his will, if you're obedience to his will, God will hear you. Now listen, let's go to the Bible. Can we go to the Bible? The Bible say, my friend, in Psalms 84, verse 15, he say that, glory to God, that no good thing will he withhold them that walk uprightly before God. So God does not bless mess. If you living in mess, God will not bless you. My friend, you can get blessing by Satan. Satan can bless you, glory to God, with mess. But if you are a Christian, if you decide to serve God, you can't be messy. I know we living in sin. I know, glory to God, we in the nature of sin. But you can't use an excuse, cop out, by living in sin and expect God to bless you. No, God will not bless mess. Satan can bless you. That's what the Bible says. No good thing with though the walk upright before God. And the blessing of the Lord make you rich and have no sorrow to it. So if you are a sinner, Lord, if you are a lesbian and you call yourself a Christian, you ain't no Christian. You're a lesbian, but you ain't no Christian. If you're a homosexual, you can't be a homosexual Christian. So people that are living in sin and expect to be blessed by God, you can be blessed by God. You've been blessed by Satan. So the only way God can bless you, my friend, the blind man in, hallelujah, John the 9th chapter, verse 31, read it. He said that he that, hallelujah, doeth his will and worship him, God hears. So if you, glory to God, want to do his will, you got to do his will and be worship and worship God, and God will hear you. God knows our heart. The publican, the Pharisee, God heard the publican because the Pharisee was so much into himself. He gave God his resume, but God, the publican was exalted and God heard his prayer. My friend, I'm saying to you that's listening to me, God don't hear sinners. But if you're willing and obedience, you should eat the good of the land. What the Bible say? If my people has called my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their ways, then I hear from heaven and forgive their sins and I will heal their land. So God don't hear sinner. But if you give up the sin, God will hear you. Glory to God. If you do his will and worship him, he hears you. So the reason why, listen to me. The reason why God does not hear sinners, because people don't want to give up sin. Hey, glory to God. People don't want to give up sin. The Bible say the wages, if you keep on working at sin, you're gonna die. Now, a lot of people think you're gonna die physical death. No, you're gonna die spiritual death. That's why things ain't going your way, because you're living in sin. God don't hear sinners. But any man doeth his will and worship. What is God's will? God's will is confession. God's will is profession. Hallelujah. If you want to live a life of joy and happiness, hallelujah, give up sin. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Give it up, my friend, because sin will make you silent. Sin will take your spirituality. Sin will make you miserable. Hallelujah. That's what Paul say. Oh, wretched, oh, miserable man that I am. Who? Hallelujah. So I'm telling people, my friend, God is not hearing your prayer because you regard sin in your heart. You still holding on to things where God say, let go. What do you think God told, hallelujah, Samuel? Samuel, I have rejected Saul and you still hold on to Saul. I have rejected him. So I'm telling people, my friend, God ain't hearing your prayer because you're still holding on to sin. Hallelujah. You're still joking men. Hallelujah. You're still doing oral sex. You're still masturbating. You're still, all these things are sin because they don't believe in me, Jesus. So God don't hear you. If you want God to hear you, let go sin. Give God something to work with. Hallelujah. Now I'm telling you, hallelujah, salvation is not according to work, but salvation is according to obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Hallelujah. Glory to God. God don't hear you. You're still a murderer. Yes, you're still a murderer. You murdering people through hate. Glory to God. But God don't hear sinner.